Hello friends, I welcome you to this new session on basic course of real estate project registration in Maharera. We started the session on 10th of June 2024 and we will be ending after 22 sessions. Today you have a presenter who will take up the issues and then a question answer will be there at the end. This session we had to organize because we were receiving a lot of requests across India from the chartered accountant who want to enter into the new area of practice to start this basic course so that they can enter into the advanced courses. We have conducted n number of advanced RERA courses, number of books on RERA has been done, and cooperatives, redevelopment, GST, income tax, NPO, cooperatives, so many programs have been done. So this is the opportunity for you to comment, give us the suggestion so that we can do the course. Similarly, we are also agreed to take up so many courses physical at different places, residential programs. So whatever you want, if we get more than 20 to 25 participants, we will be happy to host that program. Our aim is to empower each one of you to enter into area of practice, and wherever you get difficulties, we are there to help you.
I welcome you all to our 19th session, 19th lecture. We of course have combined a few of our sessions together, to complete our topics within the deadline of before August end. So considering that today's topic is, I'll just read it out. It is changes to be done in the project details and processes to be adopted. So for example, if after you register your project, there are some paid changes and there are some free of cost changes, like for example details of the promoter, email id, mobile id, that all you can change without any fees paid. But there are some project details when if you want to change, Maharera has issued a circular which Shashank will of course take us through the whole circular and make us understand ki when we are doing some changes, what all things we need to keep in mind and when should we do the changes. Sometimes what happens is there are regular changes which happen in the plan, amendment in the plans. Sometimes we require the consent of the allottees also. Sometimes we do not require the consent of the allottees. Uh, Considering all of that, all the permutation combination, today, of course, we'll be discussing on all of that, which is given in the circular 08/2017 circular. I think so. When RERA was launched, at that time only, just to clarify all of the changes and to clarify the ambiguity, this circular was brought in, and it is still into effect, and still a lot of everyone in the practice follow that circular whenever there is any change in the project. So we have with us CA Shashank Jain, who is the deputy convener of our RERA study group WIRC, and has always been, is an expert into RERA, has been practicing in Chembur, and has taken few of our sessions in Maharashtra basic RERA course also. So you all must be aware of CA Shashank Jain. You can definitely contact him at any point of time. He'll be always there to help you out. But today, in today's topic, he'll be discussing with us, all the changes in the project. How do we do the changes and what all things we need to keep in mind? When is it considered as a paid change and when is it considered a free of cost change? So Shashank, over to you. You can just brief about this whole changes. What all are the changes normally in a project which happens? Like normal regular changes, maybe a mobile number updation, email ID updation, changes in the plan updation, then building addition, deletion. These are very few changes which normally the promoter and the developer wants it. At that point, how do you look at it when there are changes in the project which have to take place?
Thank you, Prabhu sir. Thank you, Shreyas. So today's topic is the operational procedure, where the project details which has to be changed, what is the procedure to be followed, and which details have to be changed, what percentage of approval you need RERA approval or not. So we will discuss that in the, it has been given, the guidelines is given in circular number 08/2017. Then they have come out with a revised circular, which is circular number 14/2017. Both circular, first circular was in the month of July and the next circular was in the month of November. So within 5 to 6 months, they have brought again the second circular.
We are going through the order number 8, circular number 8 and order number 11.
So we'll start with the circular. Today we'll cover what are the changes that have to be done to a registered project. In this circular, they have covered registered project also and registered agent also. Whenever we make a registration, so the original application what we have submitted at the time of registration will always be available on the Maharera website. So if you search any project, you will see the original application and then there would be a other application. So the original application submitted by the promoter shall also be available on the website for stakeholders' reference. The documents once uploaded by the promoter during registration or project update cannot be deleted. However, promoters can add additional documents in each of these upload section. So once our documents are uploaded on the RERA website, it cannot be deleted. Then there can be an addition to the documents. And normally the fees for application for correction is 5,000 plus service charges as applicable.
In this one question, if the changes of 5,000 rupees, what kind of changes does it cover? Like if I want to just change my whole layout, will that be covered in this? If I just want to add one extra building, still have to pay 5,000 rupees, or how is it?
If there is change in FSI, so there would be a fees of 5,000 plus service charges you have to pay to the RERA, then they will go through your application. So we'll cover all these points step by step in the below table. When they issued the circular, they have given project update by promoters and request for revision and correction. So if there is any change in promoter details, like there is change of name, there is change of PAN number, there is change of organization type or description for other type organization, all these changes can be made only after requesting to MARERA. So now when they came up, this was in 2017, after they came up with a circular which says change of promoter. So all the cases where there is a change of promoter, so all those cases are covered in this. Earlier it was a partnership firm, then I formed an LLP. So you can't directly change on the website. You have to make a application to RERA, which is in offline mode, and then the change of promoter will be covered. So your PAN number and name can be changed only after making an application to RERA. Do you have any past experience? So that is general, you can change, modify anytime. There is no restriction on that. Promoter's office address details. So you can amend everything in your office address, but when they again came up with the next circular, that is circular number 14, 2017, where they have stated that the district, taluka, village, and pin code, all these 4 tabs can only be modified once. For that, you have to make a request to MARERA. So if you want to change your district, if you want to change your taluka, if you want to change the village or the pin code of your office address, then the request has to be made to the MARERA. You can't modify these details. So this was covered in the circular number 14, 2017. So where they have removed this yes, and this yes has been shifted to application to request for revision and correction. Then coming to organization contact details. These details can be modified at any point of time. You can make the changes. As far as the old projects which are registered earlier, there was some issues in the email ID when we were updating the email ID, but the database was not updating at the RERA website. In one of my case where the email ID was of one of the partner who has left the organization and we were not receiving any mail. So we have updated the new email ID, but it was not updated directly. So they told us, we called up the helpline number. They told us you write an email to the RERA helpline number, and then the email ID was incorporated by their back office team. So who is looking after the software. So in some cases, the email ID is been updated. You can see on the website, but you will not receive any communication. So you need to double confirm with the RERA authority it has been updated or not. Past experience details can be modified at any point of time. There is no restriction to date. You can add, delete anything in this details. Member information, in case of a partnership firm, it is partners. In case of private limited, it is directors. So all these details you can add, amend at any point of time. There is no restriction to that. This document tab is the general tab which we upload all the documents on the last page of the MARERA portal. So all these are modifiable. It is only that the original application or the original document which has been uploaded will be visible at any point of time. There can only be addition to it. You can't delete. Once the document is uploaded, you can't delete the document. So you have to be very cautious when you are uploading documents or you are handling more number of projects. Then you have to see to it that the wrong document is not uploaded. A project की जगह B का नहीं हो गया, B के जगह C का नहीं हो गया. So you have to be very careful while uploading this documents. Then coming to the project can be modified, you have to make a request to the RERA authority. Project status, proposed date of completion is extension. Again, for that you have to make a request to MahaRERA. Revised proposed date is same only. Litigation related to project can be modified at any point of time. Are there any co-promoters? So now the co-promoter has sum up in promoters. So everyone is promoter in MahaRERA. So these details can be modified at any point of time. You can add, delete the promoters. Then coming to the plot bearing CTS number can be modified only while making an application to MahaRERA. Boundaries east, west, north, south, you can modify that. State and division, these both things cannot be modified. It is covered by circular number 14/2017, in which they have categorically mentioned that you can't modify the state and division. And then coming to the district, after district they have added taluka, village also. This can be modified only after making a request to MahaRERA. Area you can modify by making an application to MahaRERA. So Shreyas, you were asking about this total building count.
Yes.
First we'll read this circular, then we'll have a cross reference with circular number 14 also, the revised circular. So sanction building count. So while registering a project, I have given that there would be a 5 sanction building count. Proposed but not sanctioned building count at that point of time was 2. So I am giving that my total 7 buildings will come. And area, we'll cover this first. Sanctioned building count was 5. Proposed but not sanctioned was 2. So in my example, it is 7. Now, when I started with the project and then I realized that my sanctioned building count, what I have given 5, I cannot make 7 buildings. Now I have to make only 4 buildings. There is the star mark, can be decreased but cannot be increased. Hash means can be increased only through application for revision. Co-promoter details cannot be deleted, but new co-promoters can be added. Again, this was covered by circular number 14. And means can be increased but cannot be decreased. Dollar means can be increased but cannot be decreased. And means can be increased only through application for revision. So going again to the sanction building counts. So as I said, when I made an application where I said my sanction building count is 5 and proposed building count is 2. So total 7 number of building I was going to construct. But later on, I with the change in the plan, with the change in some government regulation, I realized that I can only make 4 buildings. I cannot make 7 buildings. So my sanction building count was 5. Now I want to reduce that. So RERA says, okay, you can make a change in this sanction building count, but that comes with a dollar. So dollar sign means it can be increased but cannot be decreased. So my 5 building counts can be increased to 6, 7, but it cannot be decreased to 4. So you can't go with the correction application for reducing the number of sanction buildings. For that, you have to go with the deregistration procedure, where they have given the option if you want to deregister the entire project, the phase or building.
You can increase the building count, but decreasing is
not allowed.
not allowed. Okay.
So RERA said that you can increase the sanction building count, you cannot decrease. Now coming to the proposed but not sanctioned building count. In my example, I have given that 2 number of buildings are my proposed building. The number of buildings can be decreased, but it cannot be increased. So my sanction building, proposed building count can be decreased, but I cannot increase the same. So it's vice versa.
Understood.
Coming to the aggregate area in square meters for recreational open space. So while making an application, we give okay, total layout is this much is my recreational open space. RERA says, okay, you can modify. It comes with a dollar sign. So it can be increased. It cannot be decreased. And if you want to decrease, then you have to make an application to RERA. So if you say that my recreational open space was 5,000 square foot, now I want to reduce it to 4,000 square foot, or it was 100 square meter, now I want to reduce to 80 square meter. So if I want to reduce, I have to make a application to RERA. But from 100, I want to increase it to 120, I can do that.
Acha, okay, that is allowed.
That is allowed. Now coming to the FSI details. So while registering, we give the FSI details. Okay, what is at the time of registration, what is my sanctioned FSI and what is my proposed FSI. And then it comes the total FSI. So I have registered a project where my as per the law it was 2.7 FSI was there. 100 square meter, 100 square meter plot was there. So I could construct 270 square meter. But then there was a change in government norms, or UDCPR was there. Because of some road width, it increased to 2.97. So I can construct now 297 square meter. So in that case, RERA says that if you want to change the FSI, then your FSI can be increased. For that, you have to make an application to RERA. As far as application to RERA is concerned, it is covered by change in plan. So we need 67% signature for this. If you want to increase the FSI, then you need 67% signature, and you can make an application to RERA by paying the fees. While making the application, you have to see to it that your sold unsold inventory is updated as on the application date. Your form 3 is matching with the sold unsold. Your form 3 is matching with the actual application, which is viewable on the website. The plan which you are having, it is a revised plan which shows that there is an eligibility of 2.97. So you must be having a sanction plan that must be 200. Then you can go under proposed 0.97, 97 is proposed. So 297 square meter is my total eligibility. So you have to upload the plan also, which reflects this data. Bank details, they have said that you can modify the bank details. But then as far as the bank details modification is covered, it has been covered by recent circular. Now if you see the circular number 56, so it is covered in circular 56, and earlier to this they were having a circular for change in bank account. So while if you want to change a bank account or the IFSC code or the branch name, everything, then you have to make an application to RERA. It has to be on 100 rupees stamp paper, mention that what is your account balance, bank balance in the previous account, now to which account you want to change. So all that detailed procedure has been given in order 56, the latest order 56. So co-promoters are now called as promoters because there is no co-promoter as such. In RERA, everyone is promoter. So as far as promoter is concerned, all the details can be modified. Documents and declaration in Form B. As I said, all your documents, there can be an addition to the documents, whatever you upload. Building details, same, it can be changed at any point of time. You don't need any RERA approval for the same. Task, activity, everything is modifiable. You don't need any permission from RERA.
And these all details, you obviously, whenever there's quarterly performance report and quarterly compliances, you update them.
Yes.
as well.
In the QPR, we update all these details.
Yes, even the development work.
Even the development work, table B of the architect certificate, project professional information, litigation details. Coming to the cost details, as we see, the cost details is into two parts. One is estimated cost and incurred cost. They are talking here about the incurred cost. So incurred cost is always, you can update it in the quarterly progress report. But if you want to change anything in the estimated cost, then you have to make an application to MahaRERA by paying the fees, and it should be supported by a CA certificate. We normally upload Form 3 or Table N-B of the Form 3.
Shashank, my question to you is, in all of this, like whenever we are making an application to RERA, like any kind of application, be it estimated cost, be it bank account change, be it any kind of change, is there any fees attached with it, or is it free of cost application which we can do?
As far as change in cost is concerned, change in FSI is concerned, all this comes with 5,000 fees plus service charges. Now they have revised the service charges with the latest circular.
Yes.
So 5,000 is the minimum fees, then plus service charges. So the fees is same as of now. Only the service charges has changed.
Understood. Yeah.
I would like to add one more thing. When we are making an application for change in FSI, so they have come up with a circular number 28 of 2021. So RERA has given the specific format in which you have to make an application for change or any correction. We'll go through that circular also.
Yeah, we'll go through that circular also.
Go through that circular 14 before that.
Yes, I'll share that once again.
So this was the circular which has come down 1st November 2017. So after almost 6 months, 4-5 months. So in this RERA again, they have, as I was going through the earlier circular, I have given a reference to this. Earlier what they were saying, district, taluka, village, pin code can be modified by the promoter. Then they came up, these details can be modified, but only by making a request.
So an application has to be made for that.
Application has to be made, and because this is very important, in which district and taluka and village your office is located, to track that thing. Again, proposed date of completion, this is extension. So this can be done only through an extension application. State and division, this cannot be changed. You can't change your state, you can't change your division. The website will only not accept. State, if the state is not Maharashtra, the website will not accept and your application will not go ahead. Total building count, sanction building count, it comes with a dollar sign. So you can decrease it, you can increase it, but you cannot decrease it.
Decrease it.
And proposed but not sanctioned building count comes with a asterisk mark. So it can be decreased but cannot be increased.
So propose you can decrease it, but the sanctioned building count you cannot, and sanctioned building count you cannot decrease it, you can increase it.
Yes, you cannot decrease it. So if I have given 5 buildings and now I'm changing it to 4 buildings, so I can't do that. I have to go for a deregistration of a single building.
Single building, yeah. Half part deregistration.
Partial deregistration. So you have to follow that deregistration procedure and you have to get it approved from RERA. And once the order is passed, then you can amend the details on the website.
Understood.
The following fields they have added street and locality. It was not covered in the earlier circular. So they said okay, street and locality is also covered. Revised proposed date, building wise, co-promoter can do the changes.
Yes, I think so. Yes, you have covered majorly both the circulars properly, which has there. Is there any other circular which is pending? I think so. There is one more circular with me.
I can brief on when we are changing now, the FSI details. While changing the FSI details, we need 67% signature.
Okay.
And this signature. So what is happening right now? In my recent case, what has happened? I made an application in the month of May. That application was processed now 2 days before, and they are saying that your data is not matching. They are comparing the recent data. So these are the practically difficulties what we are facing. And I think with the new website or with the after 1st September, we'll see how the new website is working or what are the control points and how they will govern the application on the real time.
Before we end the session, we can just discuss on there are some changes in the cost also, which is pertaining to the new website also, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Post this circular number 28, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Is it regarding registration of sale component of redevelopment project?
No, circular number 28A and 28 2021. Standardized format for legal title report, extension and correction. In 2021, RERA came with a circular number 282021, which is regarding standardized format. So what was happening earlier, there was no format. The application was being processed in various formats. Everyone was having their own method of giving the details. So RERA came with this where they have given a legal title report format, the format for extension under section 7.3 and correction under section 14.2. So we are talking about C, that is correction under section 14.2 format C. If you see the format now, it says application for correction under section 14.2 has to be made on the promoter's letterhead. Correction under section 14.2 of the project bearing registration number so and so, we hereby apply for correction under section 14.2 wide bearing Maharera number. So this first page will come on the promoter's letterhead. It should be duly signed and stamped. Date should be properly mentioned and it should be visible. This application again would be on promoter's letterhead. There should be a project name, project registration number, field name, which field you are amending. So if you are amending the FSI field, that is sanction FSI and proposed FSI, so what was the old value and what is the changed value? So old value, what is reflecting on your website, which is updated, and then the change value, what you want to revise, what is the correction you are going for. So here the old value and change value will come. After that, name of allottees, flat number or plot details and signature. So all this would be in serial number. Then the total units in the project. This is auto populated. Total unit in the project is 100. Out of that 100, you have sold 50 units. And out of 50 units, if you have got a consent of 30, then you will write consent obtained 30. So your percentage of consent is 60%.
Understood.
So it will not work. We will need 35 to get it 70%.
Yes.
So all these details are auto-populated. Total units in the project will be auto-populated. It will reflect when you go in the correction tab. Sold unit will also be auto-populated. You have to write the consent obtained number, and percentage will also be auto-populated on the website. There was one more circular to this, but that circular says then they have come up with a 28A circular, which was for extension. So the intention was, okay, whenever now there are 70 signatures I'm taking, so that this will not fit in one page. It has
Yeah.
to be on multiple pages. So all the pages starting would be the same. The project name, project uh, project name, project registration number, field name, old value, change value, and then your below table total units will come up, and then the name of the allottee, flat name and signature. And every page should have a continue page. Page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be serially numbered.
I think so. What you're trying to say is that all the allottees, they will be given their own separate consent letter, which they will sign it and submit it, right?
We can take on single page also. So when I take on a single page, so I have 70 flat allottees. So I can take signature of 70 people at a single time, or it will be in multiple pages. So what they want, every page starting should be same. What is the project name? What is the registration number? What is the old value? What is the change value? So the person who is signing, he knows.
What is the change which is happening for which project registration number also?
Yes, yes. And many times you can take a confirmation on email also if the person is not traveling or if he's not located in the local jurisdiction, then you can take his confirmation on email, but this format should be shared with him. It should all everything should be viewable, so he should know the old value, change value.
Yes.
You can take individual letter also. In that case, in the space of signature, you will write email attached, letter attached. You can write that.
Understood. So maybe like just one first document of just having this all summary, and then behind that all the attachment of all the signatures, email confirmation, or anything which you can attach.
And this initial should be repeated on every page, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. This part. I think so. This covers that consent letter. So now this consent. Just one question. Will it be required for any kind of changes which we do, which we file for application, or only if you do for FSI calculation or change in plan, or because it is yes that you need to submit an application, it will be required for all of those changes.
Yes, wherever I am paying the fees, it will require. In case of the signature will be required only in case of FSI change.
FSI
Where there
change,
is a
yes.
change of plan. If there is no change of plan, for example, I'm changing my project name. I'm changing my project name, so I don't need any signature. But I'll stick to this format where I'll write that the old value is this and the old project name is this. So project name was ABC. Now I'm changing to XYZ. I will mention that in a similar format, but I'll not require signature of the allottees. I
Understood.
only sign as a promoter and I'll upload the application.
One question I think so in the chat box when you know if offline data is updated by RERA, or should we have to update the same?
Once when we make an application under correction tab, as I said, I'm making a correction of an estimated cost. So while making an estimated cost, my earlier land cost was 100. Now I am revising it to 150. So this data I have punched on the RERA website. I have saved that application. I have attached my revised form 3. I have attached management representation letter where the cost has been revised. Once this application is uploaded with the relevant documents and it is approved by RERA, then automatic your 100 will be replaced by 150.
Yes, understood.
So you need an approval from RERA.
So offline we do not have to submit any form. Everything now that the correction has been done, every updation and everything can be done online itself.
Yes, yes, yes. Only when there is change of promoter. So the circular says it can be done online, but that entire procedure is offline, and they have given a specific circular to that. If you want to change your PAN number, if you want to change the name, in that case.
Understood. Before I think so we end the session, I will just like to, if you can just go, I'll just share my screen. If you can go through the new order also regarding the new website and how the cost and everything is they are changing. So I'll just take you directly. So this website right now it's under process and under this maintenance, and I think so from 1st of September it will be live. I think so. Prabhu sir and I, we were also discussing, and even Shashank, we were discussing that we should have a session on the new website which we will launch, Mahakriti, because it will be new for everyone.
Yes.
So maybe after 1st September, we can actually see and have a session dedicated to that, how to use the website and how to operate it. And so I'll just take you directly to the revised charges. If you can see, Mark Reddy, because a new website, new portal, it is coming up. So they have revised the charges. If there is new project application form, per project the charges have been tripled to 4,000. Extension request, it has been 2,000 rupees. This circular itself, you can just see almost all the amount has been increased. Nothing has been reduced. Even for complaint filing and everything, they have increased it. So of
Yes.
course, because they want to make it more user friendly, that is why I hope the new website is able to handle all the queries and is user friendly as such.
And on
Yes.
real-time basis.
Yes, on real time basis. Yes, that's the most important
So
part.
the time what the registration procedure or the change, what the time is taking right now, it should be reduced in this new system, and there should be some few checkpoints which should be while making an application, we also should come to know that.
Yes, Shashank. Do you want to add on anything or any kind of question if you all have? Just one more thing, one question before I think so we end the session or before someone else asks the question. This consent thing, normally, like you had mentioned, we can take it separately. It again has to be uploaded on the correction website, right?
Yes, if I take an approval on an email or on an independent letter, so that has to be attached while making the application.
I think so. Any other? I think so. You have covered almost everything which was there regarding the project changes and everything. I think so. Today's session we'll be winding up also a little bit early because this topic itself was a bit brief. There were just 3-4 orders which are relevant and it is very self-explanatory. Nothing much more complicated. And Shashank, I'll just request you after the session end, if you can just circulate those orders on WhatsApp on the group, so
Yes.
that it will be easier for everyone. And before we end, Prabhu sir, if you want to add on some points to this regarding the changes in the project and how do you take about it?
Thank you, Shashank. You have nicely explained by taking through these circulars. As Shreyas and Shashank has said, that you need to look into what are the fields which require special attention and where we have to pay the money of 5,000 rupees and get it amended. And there are other fields which can be easily amended, which are of more of a clerical nature. So whenever there is changes which requires, change of plan, change of project name, and change of the promoter's detail, and change of FSI, all this is which are serious in nature, or if there is a new promoter who is coming in, so those things require a separate attention. One look into it. And yes, whenever you are amending the plan, you need a two-third allottee's consent. The standard forms have been given. You have to prepare based on that only. So with this, today within 45 minutes, we have been able to complete the session, and certainly we look forward additional sessions in days to come. Thank you very much. We have Vinay
Yes.
Tagraj also from Bangalore. Thank you, Vinay, for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Just one more thing I wanted to add on a practical aspect. Okay, when we make an application for a correction tab, so once that application is made, you can't withdraw that application. As of now, there is no procedure to withdraw that application. You can't make a second application until your first application is completed.
Understood.
So practically what happens, we have made an application for change of FSI maybe of 10 to 20 square meters. And being a very large project or large number of allottees were there, 90, 100 signatures were taken, and after that some query has come, maybe after 2 months and down the line. And then we didn't bother to do that because everything was completed and we were not interested for that 10, 20 square meter. But now I can't do any correction if I want to make any correction because my that application is pending with Maharera.
Maharera, okay.
And there is no, you can't withdraw the application also. So you have to see to it if you make any application or if any new assignment comes where there is a change in correction, which was done by any previous professional or previous promoter or previous any consultant, then you have to see to it whether we can do it or not. Because these are the practical difficulties when you go for a correction, then you will come to know okay, these are small points, but then it turns out to be a mountain.
Yeah. So just add on to this question, just one before we end the session. If supposingly I am making 3-4 changes together, for example, there is change in the FSI also. I am doing changes in my bank account also. I am doing changes in the number of buildings also, increasing it. And for each, do I have to make separate app? And all of this happen together only. For example, because of the FSI, my number of building also increased. So will I take one consent having all those three detailed changes, or will I have to take three different applications and take consent for all those three different, like 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, or 5,000 mainly my all the three changes I can do.
Once I make an application, it is a single application. If I change bank account also, if I change number of buildings, I change FSI, it will go under a single application. I have to pay only 5,000. It will be covered. So I can go for all these things under single tab and with
Okay.
single format also.
With single format, it is just when whatever changes we are doing from the old value to the new value, it should be properly mentioned above.
Yes,
That is the
yes,
most important part.
yes.
Yeah,
Because
yes.
because when we change the cost, it will go to the finance team. So he'll need my form 3, he will need a management letter. If I change the buildings, it will go to the technical team. So the teams are different, but my application would be single. It may be that finance will not have any query, technical may have a query. So unless and until all your queries are resolved, then only all your details will be updated on Marera website. So the entire application has to be closed.
Understood. So if supposingly because of just one financial issue, your legal aspect gets affected, then it does not mention. Then it is better if you do it systematically, separate also.
You have to decide the priority.
Exactly.
Where I'm stuck. So because one application we are doing, we are in process of that. So we have decided the strategy will go because there is a change in bank, there is change in estimate, there is change in building, there was extension also. So we divided this into 3 parts. So you have to take a call accordingly.
Take a call accordingly. I think so. Yes, thank you so much, Shashank, for giving your time as always, and sparing and just teaching all the people over here. Even me, even though I have also done some changes, but even I come to learn and uh, understand new things when speaking with you. So thank you so much, Shashank, for your time.
Thanks a lot, Shreyas sir, even the Prabhu sir and everyone for giving the opportunity and sharing the knowledge.
Thank you so much, everyone. With this, we'll conclude our session. We'll have another session on Wednesday. So thank you all, everyone, for joining in. Have a great evening and a week ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, participants, for being with us and joining this course and taking active part. Similarly, the presenter who has taken enough pain to present the session today, panelists, and the participants who have made it very interactive. I request you, any questions are there, you can always email to us. My email address is rsprabhu13@gmail.com, and if you want, you can send the message on WhatsApp, which of course is in the description box. Still, you can take out the number 9820106766, and you can reach out to us anytime, and any new topic that you want to have a discussion on Prabhu Se Khas Baat or the courses physical or even on Zoom, on any time, on online, we will be very happy to organize that. You can be a presenter, you can be a faculty, you can be organizing part of the organizing committee, you can also learn. All these are open. The purpose is to empower every chartered accountant to enter into new area of practice, new area of profession, so that you are able to build your profession in a better way. Thank you very much.